Hey there and welcome. We all want stuff, right? And we all need stuff. But here's the catch. We don't have unlimited resources to get it all. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden costs behind our choices to help you, make way smarter decisions with what you've got. Okay, so picture this. Someone just walks up and hands you a crisp $50 bill. Just like that. No strings attached. What's the first thing you think of? Seriously, are you saving it? Spending it on something you actually need? Or is your mind immediately going to that one thing you've been eyeing for a while? Go on, think about it. Whatever your answer is, hold on to that thought, because that one little choice, well, that's what this is all about. So before you can even think about spending that $50, we need to take a step back. We got to figure out what you're really working with. And trust me, it's way more than just the money in your pocket. Let's dig into what we mean by your personal resources. All right, so what even is a resource? It's actually super simple. A resource is basically anything you can use to meet your needs or achieve your goals. Think of it like your own personal toolkit for getting through life. It's filled with everything: your stuff, the people you know, what you've learned, your money, even your time. Okay, let's break this toolkit down. We can pretty much sort our resources into 4 big buckets. First up, you've got your physical or capital resources. That's stuff like your computer, your phone, maybe a car. Then there are natural resources, like land. Next, and this is the obvious one, financial resources, your income, your savings. And finally, human resources. Now this one's huge. It's about you, your skills, your knowledge, your talents, and even the people around you. It's the whole shebang. But out of all those things we just talked about, there's one resource that's totally different from the rest. It's the one thing you can't buy more of, you can't earn more of, no matter how hard you work, and you definitely can't save it up for a rainy day. And that, of course, is time. It's the ultimate limited resource, and honestly, how you decide to spend it might be the biggest decision you ever make. All right, so we've got our toolkit of resources figured out. Now comes the hard part, the part we all deal with literally every single day. It's that classic battle, that constant tug of war between what we need and what we want. Let's start with needs. A need is, well, it's a non-negotiable. It's something you absolutely have to survive. We're talking about the real basics here. Food, water, shelter, the essentials. A want, though? That's a different story. A want is a desire. It's something that, sure, would be awesome to have. It might make your life easier or a lot more fun, but you're not going to die without it. It's not essential. And knowing the difference between these two is absolutely crucial. So, just to recap, needs, essentials for survival, food, water. Wants, stuff that makes life better but isn't vital. That new laptop, a video game. Figuring out which category something falls into, that's step number 1 before you even think about spending your money. There's a saying that I think just nails it. The list of wants can be endless, but our resources are not. And isn't that the truth? You and I could sit here all day listing things we want, but our resources, our money, our time, our energy, they're finite. They have a limit. And that simple fact forces us to do one thing: make choices. Okay, so if we have to make choices, let's talk about the cost. And the most obvious cost, the one we all see first, is the one right on the price tag: the financial cost. The financial cost is exactly what it sounds like. It's the dollars and cents you have to hand over to buy something. Super straightforward. It's the price you pay, plain and simple. So let's go back to that $50 we talked about at the start. Let's say you decide, yep, I'm getting that new video game I've been wanting. You go to the store, and the price is $49.99. That's your financial cost. Easy enough, right? But here's the kicker. Is that price tag the only cost? Is that it? The answer is a big, fat no. There's another cost, kind of like a hidden cost, that comes with every single decision you make. And that brings us to what might be the single most important idea we're going to talk about today. It's called opportunity cost. This is the hidden cost of every single choice. So, what is opportunity cost? It's the value of the next best thing you gave up. Think about it. Every time you choose to do one thing, you are, by definition, not doing something else. When you say yes to one option, you're saying no to a bunch of others. You're giving up the opportunity to use your resources in a different way. Let's bring this back to our video game example. You spend the $49.99 on the game. Great. But what did you give up?
You gave up the opportunity to use that same money to, say, go to the movies a couple of times, or maybe buy those new headphones you actually need, or even just sticking that $50 into your savings for something bigger down the road. All that stuff you didn't do, that is the opportunity cost.
So here's the main takeaway, the thing I really want you to remember. Every choice you make really has two costs. You've got the financial cost, what you pay in money, and you've got the opportunity cost, what you give up. And if you really want to make smart decisions, you've got to think about both, every single time. So I'm going to leave you with this to think about. The next time you're about to make a choice, any choice, stop for just a second and ask yourself, what is the true cost here? Not just the price tag, but what am I really giving up to make this happen? Chew on that. Thanks for tuning in.